Hi, good evening. My name's Robert Lopez de Castilla, and I'm honored to be here and want to thank Dr. Taylor and the Carl Spain Center for allowing me to read this letter today. So please hear this letter that is a continuation of the project known as the Letters of Conscience to Churches in America. This is by Tiffany Dahlman. To the churches, there are scenarios in life that have the potential to draw out the best or the worst of us. One of them is moments of crisis, which we are facing now under the rising death toll of COVID-19, and the other is the potential or inevitable change. Therefore, a pandemic in an election year can spark the best or the worst of our Christian nature. We are radiating the light of Christ to the world in many ways. The Christian kingdom of equality, justice, and love is breaking in as churches are forced to let go of destructive traditions and beliefs as they tend to the basics of human need. Our core values are reemerging. Divine imagination is stirring up fruit from neglected soil, and there is evidence of racial and national dividing lines fading as the Church Universal combats a common enemy. At the same time, I acknowledge Jerry Taylor's insights in cooperation with this coalition that racially charged hate groups are on the rise, and the destructive moves of overt and systematic racism are tendriling the world. COVID-19 data reveals that Native communities, African Americans, and Hispanic Americans are hit harder by this virus than any other group. White supremacist propaganda distribution tripled between 2017 and 2018, according to the Anti-Defamation League. The FBI reports anti-Semitic groups up 30%, and the Southern Poverty Law Center cites hate groups at an all-time high with over 1,000 identified organizations. When fear is placed anywhere other than in the Lord, destruction is close behind. Misplaced fear begins in subtle moves, but its shadow clouds the light of Christ nonetheless. In redeeming contrast, fear of the Lord alone burns away the veil to transform not only our vision, but our lives to be a people who identify family by the mark of the Spirit and who, by the very nature of who we've become in Christ, can't help but radiate this light in darkness. This is a year where fear has the potential to run amok, slither into the church, and cloud our vision. The enemy has a history of using fear to motivate annihilation and hate. It should not surprise us to see it. We witness it used as a weapon masquerading as a tool even now in hospital rooms, housing agencies, and unemployment offices. God forbid fear of God's children can be allowed a seat in our churches. God forbid we turn our face and deny darkness the redemption of light. I implore churches grounded in the fear of the Lord to reflect the glory of Christ this year and to stand united in our common mark that transcends language, color, culture, and origin. In this seal, we are family. In your light, O God, may we boldly walk in your love, your righteousness, and your justice to preserve the abundant life of all people. I have a message from God in my heart concerning the sinfulness of the wicked. There is no fear of God before their eyes. In their own eyes they flatter themselves too much to detect or hate their sin. The words of their mouths are wicked and deceitful. They fail to act wisely or do good. Even on their beds they plot evil. They commit themselves to a sinful course and do not reject what is wrong. Your love, Lord, reaches to the heavens, your faithfulness to the skies. Your righteousness is like the highest mountains, your justice is like the great deep. You, Lord, preserve both people and animals. How priceless is your unfailing love, O God. People take refuge in the shadow of your wings. They feast on the abundance of your house. You give them drink from your river of delights, for with you is the fountain of life. In your light we see light. Psalm 36, An Intangible Hope. Tiffany Dahlman. Thank you.